Hello there, and welcome to Writers Web Lecture Series podcast with Riri. Here we discuss about everything and anything that has to do with writing. Thanks for joining.
Thank you for joining us once again. Today we are going to be talking about writers who earn. And it's a very, very beautiful topic because I believe a lot of writers are finding it very difficult to earn through their crafts at the moment. I have a lot of people reach out to me, asking how do I actually earn from this writing. I know I'm a good writer, yes. I know I can actually do something with this thing, but I have no idea how to go about it. So this is the right class for you. So first of all, I would like to welcome us to Writers Web in general. This is Writers Web. In case you're just hearing about Writers Web for the first time, it's a writing community, and our goal is basically to help you grow. That's just our goal, to help you grow and to, place you in a place where you feel safe enough to share, your work, your experiences, your challenges, everything. So we'll just get right into it. So, one of the things that affects a lot of writers is that we mostly write for passion. We have a lot of passion. We have so much to give, but we lack the strategy to implement it. And when I mean by strategy, I mean not just writing as a hobby, but writing as a skill. Have you ever thought to ask yourself, does my writing actually offer the solution to a particular problem? Does it actually provide a solution, or am I just writing for the fun of it? Am I just writing to just let everybody know that, oh yes, I wrote something cool today, just read it and check it out? Or am I writing with the mindset of, yes, I want to gain more followers? If that's the only thing that comes to your mind, then there's still a lot to be done. There's still a lot that you need to work on. So it's not just enough to write for passion, but you need to write strategically. And what I mean by strategically is that you need to see your writing as a service or a solution, not just as a passion. Now, this is where we have to get real with the whole thing. It's not, we are trying to move from seeing writing as a hobby to seeing it as, something you do professionally. So most writers, actually, it's understandable. A lot of us start from a place of passion, because I know some people do start from a place of profession, but a lot of writers start from a place of passion, and you just want to journal, you want to blog, you want to tell stories and all. That's just beautiful. But like I said, passion is not enough. So you need to start seeing your writing as a skill, and not just a passion, or not just a way of expressing yourself. You need to see it as a skill. You need to ask yourself, what problems will my writing solve? That is the first step for you to even begin to start earning. So once you change that mindset of seeing your writing as a hobby, it changes a lot of things for you. It changes a lot of things. Once you stop thinking of writing as just a hobby, it changes a lot of things for you. So next, I'm going to be talking about 3 broad earning paths. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, you can just unmute and just say hello. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Alright, thank you very much. So we're going to be talking about the 3 broad earning paths in writing. And these are just the 3 streams in which you can actually get, to earn from writing. And number 1, we have client work. Client work is basically freelance writing, copywriting, content creation. We have a lot of freelance writers. They find clients on sites like Fiverr or Upwork or remote jobs. They find freelance work where they can just get contracted for a job, maybe to write content or to maybe copyright. They are contracted, and sometimes it can span for just a week. Some of these jobs could be a month, because I do know I've gotten jobs like this, client work, where some could span for over 2 months, others could just be 2 days. So it depends on the type of job you get. So there's freelance writing, there's copywriting, there's content creation. And under client work, we also have, where you can actually get employed by companies. Companies are looking for content writers, companies are looking for copywriters, and they are willing to pay you the same amount they would pay a regular professional. Do we understand that? That's one thing we need to take into that mindset of, oh, my writing is just a hobby, or it's just going to earn me small cash. No, it can actually even be your full-time job. a lot of people do writing as their full-time jobs. So they get employed and they are paid on the same level as other professionals. It's only about how you put out yourself. Number 2, you can earn from productized writing. What do I mean by productized writing? This is just basically you creating your own ebooks. We have a lot of people that create stories, ebooks, they publish them on Amazon or they sell them on Seller. It depends. Any platform you feel works for you. So people create their own, writing products. They create what they can actually sell and they make sure that what they are selling gives solutions. They are able to come up with courses or steps, especially those that, I think this even works best for some people that are, you have other professions aside writing. You can implement it into writing. For example, let's say you're an engineer, but you also love writing. You could start writing courses or articles or books. It doesn't take much. As long as you're a good writer and you know how to do your research, you can begin to prefer solution instead of just seeing your writing as a hobby. You can create ebooks, you can create courses through what you do as a writer. Then number 3, we have platform-based incomes. This is basic. It's just basically you monetizing your blogs and newsletters. You tell people to subscribe for a certain amount. There are a lot of host websites that can host you, for you to monetize your blogs and everything. You see a lot of people, they monetize their blogs, or if you want to keep reading, you have to pay. I know Substack does that. There are some people that write on Substack and they have premium plans where you have to pay to read them, and they are getting people that will pay to read them, as long as what they are doing is preferring a solution. It could be the solution of pleasure. It could be the solution of, maybe learning, of education. The solutions are wide. It is just up to you. Like I said, it's not just about passion, it's also about strategy. You have to strategize. So these are the possible 3 earning paths from writing: client work, productized writing, and platform-based income. Now, I know a lot of us already know this part, but your question is, what do you actually need? What do you actually need? How do you actually go about all these things? Okay, so I was talking about what you actually need. What do you need? Now, I'll be talking about 3 things that you would need. Number 1, positioning. Now, I know a lot of writers. I've met a lot of people randomly, and once I mention they're writers, maybe it takes like weeks for me to discover that, oh, this person actually writes too, and this person writes well. So why does it have to take me weeks to discover that? It's just all about positioning. How do people see you online? I know, yes, you have another job or you have something else you're vocal about, but there's no harm in letting everybody know that you're a writer. I think it's a beautiful thing. You have to position yourself properly. How do people see you online? Do you talk about writing at all? Do you post anything? I know you post write-ups and everything, but are you vocal about the fact that you write? So how people see you online matters. How do you position yourself on Instagram, on LinkedIn? What do you do? What do you do that changes everything? What makes you different from a regular person? What makes you stand out as a writer? On your LinkedIn profile, does anything even show, or does anything even point to the fact that, oh, I'm a writer and this is what I do? It's not just enough to say, oh yes, I'm a writer, everybody, but you have to be able to let everybody know that this is the aspect of writing that I work on or that I focus on. I remember when I just started out, when I was in university, I had some people just wonder, you're a writer. Okay, there's nothing new about that. A lot of people write. What exactly do you write? They want to know. They are very curious. So you need to narrow it down. This is what I do as a writer. I don't just write poems for fun. This is what I can actually do. Do we understand? So you have to learn how to position yourself properly. How people see you online really matters. Number 2, your portfolio. Now, I'll ask us, how many people have a portfolio? You are a writer and you have a writer's portfolio. Can you raise up your hand? Can you raise your hand if you have a portfolio? Okay, nobody. So that is one thing you have to keep in mind. You need a portfolio. And what is a portfolio? A portfolio is basically you showcasing your skills, even with little experience. How do you get a portfolio? You get a website, a host website. There are lots of websites that can host your portfolio. You get a host website like WordPress, Medium, Then you upload, some of your works. You categorize it. If you do poetry and prose, you can have a section for poetry, you can have a section for prose. Then you add links to some of your previous work, things you've done for others, or things that you've done personally that you're actually proud of. You can put it on there. Even if you have this experience, there's nothing wrong in creating a portfolio, because one of the things that people would ask from you, or ask of you as a professional, once you apply or you want to apply for a position or a job, whether it's a freelance job or a full-time job, they will ask you to send in your portfolio. They are interested in seeing what you can offer, what you've done. People are interested in seeing what you can offer. They are interested in seeing what you have done in the past, and it's not going to be very good if you don't have anything to show for it, or you do not have a compilation of your previous work. It wouldn't really be good, and it wouldn't really speak well of you. So you have to create a portfolio. Like I said, you can use host websites like WordPress and Medium, to be able to create your portfolio. It's not difficult. If you need more information on this, you can always send a chat to me or Writers Web, and you'll be guided through the process of creating a portfolio. Now, number 3, what you actually need to do: visibility. Now, this visibility is almost the same thing as positioning, but positioning is you're visible but nobody really knows much about what you do. But visibility is you having to put yourself out there, let people know you're a writer. I've said that before. Post it everywhere. In fact, let it get to the point where people start saying, I am so tired of you having to tell me that you're a writer. Like, let it sound so much in their ears that will be one of the first things they will mention about you once they hear you. Oh yeah, this person actually writes well, or this person is a writer. So when you meet people for the first time, it should be one of the things that you tell them, oh, I'm this, I do this and I do this. That's one of the things I do. I am a dietitian. I'm also a writer. But when I want to introduce myself, I tell people I'm a dietitian and a writer. I don't say, oh, I do writing as a part-time thing, or I do writing as a side thing. That is what I am. I am a writer. So it sticks in people's heads, and they remember whenever they need a writer somewhere. Oh, I know someone that writes. Oh, I know someone that writes. That's how it starts. That's actually how it starts. So I would also now be talking about three mediums to actually get jobs from writing. We've spoken about 3 earning paths, or three core income streams. We've also spoken about what you actually need, to be able to get these jobs. Now I'm going to talk about how to now come across these jobs. There are 3 ways. The first one is you going on a search. You go on a search, you go online, you search for jobs, you search for openings, you search for magazines that are asking for submissions, anthologies that are asking for submissions. You go on a deep search, and this can actually be tiring sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's usually worth it. I remember when I was in university, I was interested in earning from writing, and one of the things I did was to really search. I would go out, search for links, look for things I'm interested in, and submit. Funny enough, some of them were free. I got accepted into some magazines. It was free, but at least it gave me more recognition, and people actually knew that, oh, this girl knows her stuff, she knows what she's doing. At least nobody even needs to know that you didn't get paid for that in the first place. But at least it's as a beginner, yes, should I say as a beginner who was trying to find a way into earning from writing, it was one of the things that really helped me. I submitted even to free magazines, and I got posted, and I would share that, oh yes, I've been accepted, my work has been accepted on this magazine, and it really helped me. Over time, I started finding paid jobs, and being accepted for free in free magazines here, it gave me more confidence to try out paid jobs. I felt like, okay, if I can submit my work here and it actually gets accepted out of God knows how many entries, it means I can actually submit, into paid magazines, and I can get accepted. So I started doing that, and eventually I did get my first job. And funny enough, it wasn't even a Nigerian job, it was international, and that was how I earned in dollars for the first time, through writing. And mind you, I was in the university. I think I was just like 17 thereabout, I think. and I was able to earn like maybe twice or thrice. Yeah, twice. And I got the hard copy of my work. I had my name in print for the first time. It was beautiful, and that was because I didn't sit back. I actually went out in search for these jobs. So you can do that. You can actually search. There are a lot of writing jobs out there. All you need to do is just to search for them. Remote jobs, freelance jobs, even on-site jobs, companies that are willing to hire writers. So number two way of getting access to jobs is through referrals. I would say that again, through referrals. A lot of us we underestimate the power of being referred, or someone referring a job to us or something. We underestimate it. That's why I said positioning and visibility is very important. If people don't know you right, how would they refer jobs to you, or how would they refer you to other people? People can send jobs to you randomly once they know you're a writer. In fact, I remember one month, it was almost every week, people were sending me, writing jobs that I could apply for, jobs that I might not have come across if I had really gone to search. And they kept sending them to me, and I was like, wow, so people actually know that I'm a writer, and that was really a good thing for me. So I think you should really put yourself out there, because referrals help a lot. I remember getting 3 consecutive jobs. Like, I got one job from someone, the person just texted me out of the blue, I need a writer, I know you write, can you do this for me? I did it. Within a week, I got another offer from another person entirely. Within another week, I got from 2 different people on the same job, and I was able to deliver, and I got my money for it. So that's just how it works. Let people know you write. People have gigs. People know people that are looking for writers. People are looking for people that would ghostwrite their books for them. People are looking for people that will write articles for them. They are looking for people that write copy content for them. You understand? So it's all about putting yourself out there. So referrals are another way of actually getting access to these jobs. And number 3, the final way is individual productizing. So it's you productizing your own stuff. I've mentioned it before, but it's still another way of actually getting these jobs. You are creating the job by yourself. Individual creation. You create your ebooks yourself and you sell them. Those are 3 different ways, and these 3 ways are very beautiful ways. In fact, these are 3 ways that I've earned through these 3 ways, and they've been beautiful. I think the one I've earned from the most is through referrals, funny enough. But put yourself out there. I would always say that. Put yourself out there. Be visible. Let people know what you do. And don't forget, whatever you do, ensure you work on yourself. It's not just enough to say I write and I want to just get paid for my writing. If you don't work on yourself, there's no way people would want to give you jobs, and there's no way people would want to actually refer you to others. So work on yourself, get courses, read, just find ways to improve on your writing. There's a lot to gain from being a writer. There are a lot of things you can actually earn. It can come true for you. Even if you say yes, you have a stable job and everything, a writing gig can help you to earn some money that you weren't even expecting. So please work on yourself, find courses, just do things that would help you to be better as a writer. And don't forget, create your portfolio. It is very important. Even as you're starting out, I know some of us have been writing for years. No matter the aspect of writing, whether it's academic writing, fiction, poetry, whatever it is, start creating your portfolio, align everything, and have something that you can send to people when they ask for your portfolio. So you don't have to wait till you're perfect to start acting like a professional. You can start where you are and grow as you go. You don't need to wait for perfection. So that's all for tonight. Do we have any question? I'll be giving room for 2 questions. Okay, someone asked for the 3rd point. Moyoluwa Oyewole, you asked for the 3rd point.
Yes, the 3rd point, when we were talking about you were talking about positioning, visibility.
Okay, yes. Positioning, visibility, and portfolio. Portfolio was the third. Yes,
Thank you
creating
so
a
much.
portfolio. You're welcome. So, do we have any other question? You want to find out anything entirely about having to earn from writing, or are we satisfied with what we've heard so far? Let's speak. Okay, Jane Faith, I can't really hear you. It feels like network is breaking from your end.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I just want to confirm the thing about the portfolio. Is it just a collection of things you've done, like if you've written poems, just a collection of poems, or a collection of stories you've been writing? Is that it?
Okay, it's not just a collection. It's basically you picking your best work, and compiling them into. It could even be a folder. It might not even be a website. Or compiling them into like a collection. It might not have to be in the same place, but you could link them to the website. It could be poetry, stories, academic writing, articles, anything entirely. Whatever you've done, your best work, whatever you're proud of, you can put it in there, and just to have something to show. Hope that was understandable.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Monyelua, you're raising up your hand.
Yes, I'm really sorry, but because this question I'm about to ask is maybe taking you back just a little. So I totally missed the point you're talking about, like this aspect of even looking for how to earn. I know you were talking about, like, what I just heard was referrals, something about referrals, but before that I was completely cut off, and I don't know, I just had to ask that question.
Okay, so the first one I mentioned was having to search for jobs. There are websites, there are platforms like Upwork and Fiverr where you can actually search for jobs and apply. And you don't have to limit yourself to jobs. There are jobs, full-time jobs, there are anthologies, there are submissions, magazines that call for submissions. There are also contests. So like there are various ways. It just depends on the one or the path that you want to follow or the one you want to go with.
Alright, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I think before some of us came, I spoke about the streams, the three streams. Okay, Oluwafermi, go ahead.
Yes, good evening everybody.
Good evening.
Yes, thank you for this opportunity. So I've been a writer for a couple of years now, and what I engaged in mostly was research writing, academic writing, and I'm currently writing my own book. But when you mentioned portfolio now, I realized that I don't really have a portfolio. I don't have a record of all my works, and I didn't even keep a record of everything I've done. I just send them out. So do you have an advice for me on how I can create a portfolio based on everything I've done, like get those works and have them in one place?
Okay, so I have an advice for you. If they are in like your documents, maybe Word documents, Google Docs or Microsoft, one of the things you can do is open a Google Drive folder. You can open a Google Drive folder and then upload. There's the upload option. Upload your documents. Some of the research work you've done, you can just upload them into that folder and name the folder maybe your research work or something. So if someone asks, you can generate a link for that folder, generate a link and send it to them. Ensure that you add the option of anybody with the link can access it. So once you send the link to them, they'll be able to click on it and go through the files. As long as you have those documents, you still have them on your phone or on your laptop or wherever they are. Or you could even ask people to help you to send those documents, those that you've worked with before, even if you've lost some of them. If some of them can actually help you to send them, they can send them to you, and all you just do is to upload them to Google Drive and generate your link. Hope that was clear.
That that was very clear. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you all for joining. I hope with this class we'll be able to make the most of our talent, of our skill, of our gifts, whatever writing is to us, whatever writing is to us, we're going to be able to make the most of it because it's very important. Don't forget, you're not just writing as a hobby. You need to start writing as a professional. You need to start writing strategically.
Thanks for joining and see you next time.